This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas, the prairie skies are wide and high. Deep in the heart of Texas, deep in the heart of Texas.
Hey there, hi there, ho there. Welcome to
we're back.
That Ain't Right Friday on
It's another one. Another
podcast. I am Mike, and he
I
is
am still rusty.
Still rusty. There we go.
Just less hair.
On these days, we tend to do things that are a little different. We
are doing things that are a little different.
Yeah. This time I thought we would do something a little fun. I went on Reddit and various places and found some different things. These are pets that are named after King of the Hill characters.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is
I
fun.
had a slight psychoanalysis about Luanne Platter.
Oh, let's do that first.
Yeah, so the big failure point in her life obviously is her upbringing. So
Sure.
what you would call the diagnostic impression would be that she's anxious with attachment and dependent issues and stuff like that.
Well, her
So
mama stuck a fork in her daddy.
Yeah, for sure. So her mom was a violent alcoholic, and of course she's in prison for stabbing her daddy with a fork. Her father's absent and unreliable, so there's no male figure to have a stable attachment to in early life. Then she had the chaotic upbringing with the chronic instability, extreme poverty, domestic violence exposure. So she arrives at the Hills home. She's looking for this surrogate structure, like a teenager looking for structure in her life. So that's the early environment. And what I think is would be the psychological impact would be that she has these attachment issues. So she's like hyperactivated in her attachments. So she always clings to these relationships really hard anytime she's in a relationship. And whenever there's separation in those relationships, she catastrophizes it, and it just blows it up into this massive thing. And she's always seeking reassurance, and I think it's a compulsive thing too. She doesn't just ask for reassurance; it's like it's compulsive.
Yeah.
It's compulsive that she does it, and she also has this internalized belief that she's not like worthy of like a stable love or anything like that, and she kind of like expects to be abandoned, if not also provokes it, maybe subconsciously or unconsciously provokes it. And I think that she kind of idealizes the family structure that she's given, with Hank as like the father figure and Peggy as the mother figure, which Hank and Peggy both, for all their faults and everything, they raise, which to me is the most probably sound character mentally in the whole series, Bobby. So even though Hank and Peggy are both dysfunctional mentally, they do end up having this son who I think in their flaws, Bobby kind of overcomes their flaws to be who he is.
Yeah.
So back to Luanne. So just to sum everything up, it's like she has this she has like this primary defense where she sets herself up for disappointment or whatever. She idealizes people, and she's always kind of proved wrong, whether it's a boyfriend or a mentor or the group when they all became whatever it was. What was the name? Sally or something. They all became Sally's, or I can't
Yeah, it was
remember.
something like that. Sally's, Donna's, something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that's
She definitely got a
my
father complex, you know, a
yeah,
daddy. She's got daddy issues out the wazoo. Um, she's a very caring individual.
yeah, for
Um,
sure.
but I think that even the caring comes out of her horrid upbringing, because she probably felt like she had to take care of both her mother and her father all the time, even at a young age. You know,
Yeah, no, for sure.
so she kind of became this caring individual just because of that. And not that you know, the circumstances sucked, but not that being a caring individual sucks. But I
Yeah,
think he
sure.
does probably care a little too much sometimes because of that sort of thing in her upbringing.
Well, that's why I think that her and Lucky end up working really well together too.
Yeah,
Like, I think he's like the
yeah,
best partner for her, is because she's so used to not having reliability. Obviously, I think that Luann is and it's kind of a tragedy of Luann. I think too, is she is intelligent, she does have potential, but I think she subordinates that because of her attachment needs.
yeah,
So
yeah,
she chooses the security of what she knows over growth, because growing up in the in a house that she grew up in, growth, it wasn't safe. It's not safe to be progressive. It's not safe to be intelligent
yeah.
around people that are like that, because it's like, oh, you think you're smarter than
Sure,
me,
sure.
that kind of thing. So I think what really helps with Lucky is obviously he's not her intellectual match, but I think it's just because he is just consistently present, and he's really emotionally very simple. He's not a very complex character. He is an extremely simple,
I
kind of
don't think
what you
it's
would think.
just emotionally, but he is a
Yeah, I
simple
don't think it's just
character.
emotionally. Yeah, just overall simple.
Mhm.
And I think that's why they had Tom Petty. Why Tom Petty was great for Lucky is because he himself is pretty. He wasn't a very complicated. His music is very straightforward. That kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good choice for that character. Whether you like that character or not, it's a really good choice for that character.
Yeah. No, for sure.
All right, let's look at some pets real quick.
I got
Yeah,
one last thing.
please.
So Luann, what I think about Luann is that she's been searching for a home since before she could name what that absence was in her life,
Mhm.
and every relationship in her life is like an audition for the role of the person who stays. So that's my psychoanalysis of
Very nice
Luann
job.
Platter.
Good job, Dr. Rusty. All right, so I ran across a couple things. Like I said, I went looking for pets that were named after things, but there's also an ad that came out, and I wanted you to see this, and then we'll discuss it real quick.
Look, George, this is gonna be one hell of a beatdown.
Yes, sir. Jones is gonna get that belt back.
What? You're crazy. Have you seen those little birdie legs of
Reminds me
his?
of Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, but he's been pumping iron. He's really packing on the muscle.
Yeah, it's George Liquor.
Well, maybe so, but DC has a secret weapon.
Yeah? What's that?
Junk food gives him a protective cushion.
Johnny's spinning elbow will cut right through it.
I don't know. Has he got an answer for DC's power slam?
That's a doozy, all right. Well, either way, it's the ultimate fight of the century.
Amen.
Dog damn it.
One more thing, George.
Yeah?
How do you do all that crap with your face? UFC 200,
Cormier versus Jones 2.
Saturday, July 9th.
Live on pay-per-view. It's time.
I like that.
Is that not the craziest thing you've seen?
That's
though?
awesome. It reminds me of Ren and Stimpy. That was very
It
Ren and
is.
Stimpy-ish for sure.
It's
Yeah.
very much that John Krafowski type animation.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, George Liquor, the guy he was sitting next to, he showed up at the end of Ren and Stimpy, and then he tried to do a George Liquor All American show or something like that.
Yeah.
But I never would have pictured those two sitting together. And then just the use of the word "God damn it," which is kind of crazy with Hank around. There's two things that I don't like about the ad. One is Hank's got no shoes on. I don't know that I've ever seen Hank with no shoes on. not out in public
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
anyway.
seen that. Yeah, no, he
Yeah.
wouldn't have them things out.
And then the way he crosses his legs, he does the single cross right there in the middle, which is
Yeah, he
weird for
does.
Hank as well. But anyway, George Liquor kind of reminds me of Cotton, so it does
Yep.
fit. It does.
It does fit. It does fit. No, I like that. That was good.
Yeah, that just hit me in the face this morning when I started looking for stuff. Okay, so for you audio listeners, I will do my best to help with this. But these are pets that are named after King of the Hill characters. So we've got this is well, shoot, I may have to take the thing down. Hang on a second.
It looks like a worm.
This is Ladybird. It is a cat, kind of a tabby cat. And
it looks like a worm with a cat's head on it. It's a very long-necked cat.
She comes to them when they call, like Hank Hills calls Ladybird. Next, we've got a dog, an all black puppy dog. It says this is Hank, and that, you know what, just a good name for a dog in general, even if it's not named after Hank Hill. Hank is just a great name for a dog. Hank the cow dog.
Hank the cow dog. That's a good one.
It says down at the bottom, my best bud Hank.
Years.
And then we got one more. This is our boy we named Hank. We wanted to name the female Peggy, but she answers to Zelda. This one doesn't fit Hank as much because it's a corgi. And I don't think of a corgi when I think of Hank. But anyway, cute dog anyway.
Speaking of Hank the cow dog, I just wanted to touch on that since you said Hank the cow dog. For everybody that grew up in Texas, I imagine it's might be solely a Texas thing. I don't know how far the reach is of Hank the cow dog, but growing up in Texas, there was a book that was about a dog who perceived himself as a sheriff on this ranch, and it's pretty much, it goes into the trope of what the hell is it? I can't remember the name of the books now. It was the boys who were detectives.
Oh, the Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys, and then what was the girl's name who was a detective? I don't know why I'm blanking.
It was Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew. So it's in the same vein as that, but it's a dog. So, and it's in a West Texas ranch. Mike, believe it or not, they're still making them.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
84 volumes. There's 84 books.
There's also an audio drama. Then the dog is voiced by all right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to check that out. There's actually a website. If you go to hankthecowdog.com, get your Hank fix. They actually have free ringtones.
Very nice. Very nice.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. The next one is a cat. This is Bugabago, which is a great name. Great name. Don't care what your animal is. Call it Bugabago. Again, another tabby cat. Cat that says my Luanne platter. And honestly, kind of looks like a Luanne platter. It's just a gray cat.
Does.
Very fuzzy, but has a little bit of an attitude in its eyes. Next one is an all black cat. This is Bobby Hill. He likes to pee on my boyfriend, which it says 7 months old and a holy terror. God damn it, Bobby. And then I believe that is my last one. I don't have a ton of those pets, but anyway, I just thought that might be kind of fun to look at those.
That was good fun.
And see what we got. And then we did a psychoanalysis of Luanne.
Yeah, just a rant about Luanne platter. Yeah.
But I think that's it for us this week, guys.
I've been thinking about this for a while. I've been working on some of these for a little bit. Yeah. I've got 3 out of 15 that I want to do done.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, because there's 15 characters that I want to do. The 15 characters that I wanted to do were it was Hank, Peggy, Bobby, Luanne, obviously, Cotton, and then obviously the boys, Dale, Bill, and Boomhauer. But then I wanted to do Nancy and John Redcorn as well. Yeah. And then I also wanted to do Connie and Joseph. I was going to do Con Sufanusumfone's wife, Min, but she's not really, she doesn't really have enough to really do like going through everything and like going through all the shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She doesn't
Sure.
really have enough to psychoanalyze her, so I kind of just looped her in with Khan a little bit because they have some
not bad.
similar
Not bad at all.
stuff. And then I wanted to do Lucky and then Connie and Joseph as well.
Well, guys, thank you again for joining us on a That Ain't Right Friday.
Ain't right.
Remember that we do have a shirt up for sale. So if you want to go get that Boomhauer shirt, and we do have some more shirts on the way, you go to roguemediamerch.com. There's all kinds of stuff there, but we do have one Bois shirt. And I believe now that all the product placement has been done, there's one thing left to say.
Oui, Matanye.
I second that with a Wee Matanya indeed. We'll see you guys. Bye.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.